Welcome. You're listening to the I'm Wired to Inspire podcast, creatively engineered by Nicole, the inspiration specialist. I'm Wired to Inspire is a powerfully packed podcast filled with inspiration and encouragement to get you through your day. It's designed to inspire you to live your authentic purpose. Now, stay tuned for your host, Nicole, the inspiration specialist, on today's episode of I'm Wired to Inspire.
Hey everyone, and thank you so much for joining me today on my podcast, guys. I'm not going to be very long, but I had a thought that I wanted to share with you all, and perhaps it might be of some help or encouragement to someone who's listening. If any of you right now are in an experience where you literally feel like something really big and something really awesome is about to happen, I want to give you just a bit of instruction and encouragement, but that is a feeling that I'm noticing. It's kind of, we have people on one end of the spectrum going through, like we talked about earlier this week, with being pruned and wasted and all of these things. But then there's another group of people, y'all, who are in a space where you can feel that things are shifting and changing for the better. Like, God is about to really blow your mind and something off the chain is about to happen, right? So if that's you, and you have been like, okay, God, what is it? What is it? What is it? I am urged to tell you this today. You have to begin to prepare for what is coming. I talked to one of my good friends earlier, and, she was just telling me how for 2019, she's going to be ready. She's finishing up the year. She's working on other things, but she's like, I know in order for me to get this thing that God keeps showing me that I have coming, he keeps showing me that this promise is going to be lit. I have to be able to be in position. I have to have these things in place. So that is what I want to tell you. Y'all, if you have seen God do this before for you, how many times, if you're listening, let me know if you can relate to this. How many times has God said he was going to do something and you literally was like so tired of waiting? You were waiting for years, months, weeks, days, whatever. You forgot about it and boom, it pops up. Boom, there's God. Boom, here it is. How many times has that happened? It's nothing worse than God warning you or sending you a message to get prepared and ready for something, and you can't even receive it because you get so caught up in wanting to control God and when he does it, why or how he does it. And then when he finally releases it, you can't even appreciate it because your entire energy has shifted because you're just over it. He's like, hey, no, I don't lie. Now, I don't know if you skipped that part of my word, but I told you, I'm not a man. I'm not like you. See, you can lie. You can lie. You can make things up. You can do all kind of stuff. I'm not going to do that. So I am telling you, for the person who's listening and you know that some things are going to shift. And let me tell you this. You may not have gotten a prophetic word. You may not have had anything that happened that was so big and so great that causes you to say, hey, you know what? I know that this is what God is doing. I know that, this is happening. But let's say you're the person who is believing by faith. Let's say you've been planting seeds. What if you're the person who's just been planning for the harvest, and you literally know, beyond me feeling it, it's just an actual factual because I have planted seeds. Whenever you plant a seed, y'all, you're going to get harvest. So that is what you're dealing with. Like, that something is going to come regardless. Whether somebody stepped down off a cloud and told you, or somebody tapped you on your shoulder, just for the mere fact of the work you've been putting in, that something has to come just from that. There are others of you, you ain't really putting no work into nothing in particular. You might have did some things here and there, but by your spirit, that things are going to come and shift and change for you. You feel like, okay, God, I could feel something happen. Something really good is going to happen. And if you're in that space, prepare to receive whatever the thing is that's going to happen. You have to prepare for that, because if you don't prepare for that, it will come and you will miss it. And then you're going to be mad. You're going to regret it and you're going to throw your stuff off. So take heed, pay attention, and do what it is that God is telling you to do, because I can assure you one thing. If you are in position and you do this thing the way God is telling you, it's going to blow your mind. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And it's really going to be sweet because you've prepared for it. If you know ultimately you want a family, if you know ultimately you want wealth, if you know ultimately you want to be married and all of these things, okay, God, I want to be a father one day, but I want to be a husband first, and then I want to do this and I want to do that. Start preparing yourself for that. Stop doing the things that's keeping you from that. Okay, Lord, I want to be a wife. Okay, well, then you're going to have to start spending time the way God is telling you to spend time with just you and him, so you can learn how to pray as a wife, as a woman, as a single person, just as a human being. Just as a person who knows how to go inward and be quiet and let God move for them. Because when you are over a family and you're having children and you have a spouse, you have to have a completely different type of prayer life. You know, I heard somebody say this the other day. When a man gets married to a wife, she's already a wife. She's already exhibited the qualities of a wife. She doesn't become a wife once he gets married to her. And I believe it's the same for a husband. I think a husband, he is already operating in a space of, I'm handling my business. I'm trying to do what I need to do to be this person that God wants me to be for this family that's coming. And that's what they're doing. So whatever you are waiting for, whether you heard it from God himself or a prayer, a dream, or you've just been doing the work, do whatever you need to do to be prepared for it, because I can guarantee you this, it is going to come. And I do not want it to come and you are not ready to receive it. I'm wired to inspire. I hope you are too.
Thanks for listening to I'm Wired to Inspire podcast at I'mWiredToInspire.com. If you enjoyed the show, spread the word and be sure to hit the 5-star rating on iTunes. For more information on this podcast and inspirational products and services, log on to I'mWiredToInspire.com. And remember to live your authentic purpose. Thanks again, and see you next time.